Hey everybody. Today we are going to review wave properties. As you can see here, we have two different kinds of waves. As you can see here, I've already labeled part of the waves. So as you can see here, this is going to be your wavelength. Now, some people think that it can just be just the top, but it can as well also be on the bottom. And for those who do not know what a wavelength is, I have actually looked at the answers. I was going to put them on the board, but I didn't have enough room. And a wavelength definition is it equals the distance between two successive wave crests or troughs. So, as you can see here, we have our crest, which is up here, which if each crest would be right here, 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 and there. And our trough would be here, 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 and there wouldn't be one over here, unless there would be another one going up. Anyway, and the definition of a trough is the lowest point the medium sinks to. So, the next thing on here that is labeled is the crest. And the crest is the highest point on the wave where the displacement of the medium at the point is at a minimum. So your crest is going to be right there. The next thing is your rest position, and which is this, let me move this, which is going to be right here on these dotted lines. Move this. And the rest position definition is the maximum amount of displacement of a particle on the medium. So that is your definition. As you can see here, they are totally different on label-wise, except for wavelength is still there. This is your compressional wave. And so, let me set this down. So basically, refraction is the difference between compression and refraction is that compression, if you think about it, it's compressing together, or it's closer together, and they are a shorter amount of distance between each other. And as you can see over here, they are more spread out and not as close together. So, as you can see here, these are our wave
I
properties.
think you missed one thing in that top wave.
Amplitude?
Mm-hmm. Tell me what that is.
Your amplitude, I'm sorry, I didn't actually write it on here, but your amplitude is the distance between your trough and your rest position, and can also be the difference between the crest and rest position. So, we're going to pause right there, and we're going to come back with more. Hey everybody. Today we are going to be talking about properties of sound. So, as you can see here, we have some information about it, so we're going to talk about that today. So, the first thing is, sound waves are compressional waves, which means they are made up of compressions and rarefactions. I talked about that in my other video that I did, so go check that one out. The next thing is, all sound is created by something that vibrates, and the example I gave was a speaker. The next thing is, sound waves can travel through all mediums, solids, liquids, and gases. It's not up there, but they can also travel through plasma as well. So, yeah. The next thing is, sound travels fastest through solids. And they also travel slower through liquids, and then the slowest through gases. Even though it's not up there, it would go, the order would be solids, plasma, liquids, and then gases. In that order, it's not up there, but that's just something to think about. The next thing is the definition of intensity of sound. and that is the amount of energy that flows through a certain area in a specific amount of time, which means as the volume goes down, the energy goes down, and so does your intensity. So if you're playing music on your Bluetooth speaker or on the radio, and you turn the music up, the intensity of the sound is going to go up, and so is the energy, and vice versa. If you turn it down, it's going to do the same thing. The next thing is the loudness, which is the human perception of sound intensity. And as the intensity goes up, your vibration of your eardrum is going to vibrate faster, and the loudness of the sound will also increase. And another thing to know is that sound intensity is measured in decibels. That is very important. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. He's crazy. And then moving on, another thing you need to know is pitch, which the definition is how high or low the sound seems to be, which is if you sing, if anything, basically, anything that creates vibration, which is sound, depending if you sing high or low, that's going to be your pitch. So the next thing is ultrasonic waves. And the definition for that is too high for people to hear, and it's useful for medical purposes, and they are and the way that they do that is through ultrasound for pregnant women, or if you want to find out something eternally, if there's like a tumor or other things, and it basically sounds, it's basically vibrations through your body, so it can show up on the monitor, and it is for diagrams and
Diagnosis.
and treatments. So like if you have a tumor, they can treat that. So yeah. And so basically, these are the properties of sound. Some examples. So yeah.